Hey ho, this is Christy, and I am on day 16 of writing my book for NaNoWriMo. I'm not writing a novel. NaNoWriMo is National Novel Writing Month. However, I am going rogue and writing not a story, but how the stories of our stuff in our home affects us and how we can transform it into an amazing place that nurtures us, that supports us, that can be a healing modality, a tool for transformation and manifestation, and a creative medium. It is our homes are so profoundly connected to our well-being. And I'm writing about our bedrooms, and I got off on what felt like a tangent. I don't know where it's going to end up. I was talking about where our beds go in our rooms so that we sleep as well as possible. And ideally, most people, I find, feel best when they can see the door. I know in feng shui they talk about the coffin position where you don't want your feet in line with the door, so you go out the door. That is some intense energy of somebody coming in the door and not feeling safe and protected. And you also, like a gangster, don't want your back to the door. I do have tricks and tips for when that happens, because your architect who designed your house lives on a mothership and doesn't live on Earth and understands how people feel naturally more comfortable in their spaces. Yeah. Yep. I also have a special right now. I'm doing what I call chapter consults. I work one-to-one also, and I'll link it in the bio, or that box down there, a link to my special discounted sessions. You can choose an area of your home or your life that you would like to work with me one-on-one, and it helps me be in the mindset of each chapter. And no, you do not have to be mentioned in the chapter. That's something we can decide together, but yeah. So one of the things that I have found is that our bodies really tell us where we feel most comfortable in a space. I use this a lot when I'm working with clients in their home offices or their offices where they work, because you want your body to be most aligned with where it feels most comfortable, so that when you sit down to work, you are automatically already sitting where your body feels most comfortable, where you feel most empowered, where your mind has the most clear thoughts and your emotions are most grounded. I know that sounds so obvious, but it's not. We don't talk about it. Interior design is often the product of an interior decorator's personal creative expression, as opposed to really getting into the deep comfort that humans need to feel in their spaces. I've been learning a lot about that, actually. A little off topic, but not really. We have 2 guinea pigs. We adopted them during COVID from my daughter. She's an only child. It was a very lonely time for her. So we got her a couple of guinea pigs, and Snowy and Luna. In this process, I promise you'll meet them. And they are animals of prey. They are prey animals, which means they are very sensitive to the fact that they could be dinner at any point. Unlike a prey animal, like a dog or a cat that could prey on them, right? So their home needs to be super safe feeling for them. They always have to have their little hideys, we often use little boxes. They'll chew on them a little bit or pee on them. They're not as sacred with their spaces as we are. But that sense of safety is really important. And they always have to have hay. That's 80% of their diet. So another thing that I learned in this journey of having them is that they like to be able to hide in the hay. They like to burrow, and they like So we have two kinds of hay for them. We have more crunchy hay. They eat both kinds of hay, but we have a fluffier kind of hay that they can burrow into and hide in. And oh my gosh, they just love it, and it's adorable. And it's just really helped me cement more how important it is to feel safe and comfortable in our spaces. And our bedroom, I think, is one of the most important places. Is that your bed, where you sleep, you feel most comfortable. I have been talking about where our heads face in the direction north, south, east, west. I have found that west is usually the least conducive to a good night's sleep for most people. There are always exceptions to the rule. My daughter seems to think she sleeps really well with her head in the west, but I do not. I wake up cranky. I often have dreams, or just really weird, disturbing dreams, and I wake up a lot through the night. So no thank you. No thank you. My bed, fortunately, can still face the door in a way that it's not hanging in direct line with the door, that I do feel, tucked away. It's partially under a window, but I do have a big headboard between. So that feels like a better choice for me than having my bed in the west, where it would look more decorator perfect. But for me, a good night's sleep is way more important than it looking fabulous. Fabulous is great too. I love my covers, and I'm still in the process of reclaiming it. But here's the thing I've noticed, and I'm just kind of maybe calling you out, because maybe not you directly, but somebody. I do an exercise with clients and students when I'm teaching, that we tune into our bodies, and I walk people through, standing and feeling grounded, and feeling up through your body, and checking in with your body through, from your legs to your hips to your torso, your arms, your fingers, up through your head, and then tuning into the quality of your thoughts. Like, how are you thinking and how are you feeling? That's what tells us where we can have the most successful, most calm, comforted, or empowered spot to be, whether it's where you sit on your sofa or couch, where you sleep, where you work, where you eat. That all matters. And I've watched people's bodies who have gotten into it, but I've also watched people who are like, yeah, I know this. And that intellectual, overriding, I know this. Sometimes people aren't getting it fully, and fully embracing what their body is trying to tell them. Now, that might even just be super uncomfortable, just even tuning into your body to ask it how it feels. Have you ever done that before? Have you ever been in partnership with your body of where it feels most comfortable in different areas of your home? Well, now you can. You haven't. I love this stuff. Yeah, sorry. Hope that wasn't too startling. Yeah. And here's the other thing. I think for a lot of us, in one way or another, we've grown up in discomfort, in not feeling safe or settled or empowered in our homes. And I think, in the past, even more so, hopefully less now, the children feel empowered in their homes. And so if you never were given the space or the ability to feel empowered, to feel comfortable in your body, in your home when you were growing up, then it is quite possible as a grown-up now that you are comfortable with that discomfort. How awful is that? We're comfortable with the discomfort. It's like we're comfortable with our belief systems that are kind of toxic in our lives. So I just offer this up as a new level of awareness for you to embrace what you're really truly feeling in your space. Like, have you ever really tuned into your body to ask it how it feels in different directions, facing this way, facing that way? I know where I am right now in this office studio. When I first started, I was facing that way. because I wanted to be able to look out a window that's on the other side of this curtain, that I could see this cedar tree that I love, and I could see the door. The door is diagonal, so whether I would face this way or that way, I could still see the door. But I noticed there was just a point where in my own personal evolution and enlightenment process, I suddenly felt like, for one thing, I was noticing I was having a harder time getting around the desk. Like here, I just slide right in, and I can't tell you how incredibly comfortable and grounded and productive I feel in this place. And I used to love to go to coffee shops and write, and I just don't even want to. This morning I was out and I was like, oh, I should go write. I should go find a coffee shop and write. And I was like, I don't want to. I just want to be home. I just want to be here in this spot with my rainbow lights behind me, working with FocusMate. I use FocusMate.com all the time to work with great people. It's co-working. It's a lovely thing. Check it out. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So just acknowledging and asking ourselves, like going back through your childhood, did you feel safe? Did you feel comfortable? Did you feel empowered in your home, in your bedroom, where you've sat, and is that playing out now? Because so often how we end up creating our homes and making our homes as grown-ups is not from a truly empowered, creative place, but often a response to trauma, to negative things that happened, or just even how we experienced home as a child might have absolutely nothing to do with how you really want to live right now and what's a true vibrational match for who you are now and who you're becoming. Whew, that was a lot today, huh? But I get so excited because there's so much potential in our homes and in our bedrooms. Our bedrooms, oh my gosh, it's where we spend all this time sleeping, loving, connecting, renewing, healing. Our bedrooms can be such incredibly powerful places for our well-being and our growth and evolution and enlightenment. So giving yourself permission to claim your bedroom and find support if you need to, and if you have things that have come up that you're realizing from childhood or to do with bedrooms, or not even childhood, even as an adult, please get help too. Get support. All right. I believe in you. I know. I can't wait to hear how your bedroom comes along. Okay. Goodbye. Let's do this again.